Well, my friends, welcome to Lincolnshire. Cockney Kayaker here. Good to have your company as always. So it's been an eternity since I've uploaded a video, and I think, well, the reason being is that I got to the stage of the restoration on my 4+2 where I had to rely on other people to kind of do some of the work, like the engines and the electrics, sorting out all the batteries, the you know, the problems that I've had with the wiper blade, windscreen wiper blade. That's just dragged on and on and on, but I'm glad to say that everything is now sorted. The engines have been exchanged. The cockpit area, which this video is about, is all completed. Everything is done, and I'm going to show you inside the cockpit in a few moments. The only addition I've done to the outside of the boat since we last spoke was putting a 100-watt solar panel on the roof, and with that come complications with wiring it into the batteries, something that I didn't really know what I was doing, so I've had to get someone in to sort that for me. But that's the only thing that's addition to the outside is that solar panel. I think it was something that well, I was going to do it, and then I wasn't going to do it, and anyway I decided that it's probably a good idea that I did. And I've been assured that that's probably going to keep my batteries ticked over even in the deepest of winter days, so we shall see. So anyway, let's go and have a look and show you what I've done on the inside of the boat, on the cockpit area. Right, so here we are in the completed cockpit area. Let's just give you a kind of general overview. I do apologise about the background noise of vehicles going past. I live on a pretty main road, and they are noisy buggers at the best of times. So let's start off with the dash. So original steering wheel, new cover. This sort of knob really makes life easy, parking and turning, etc. I've got my clock, as I have in my older boat, my other boat. Horn, USB, tom-tom. My digital GPS, switch panel, and my depth, NASA Marine 2 depth finder, USB, and another 12-volt there. And just this Metrax, just to hold paperwork, etc. in. So I've now got my Tohatsu engine on this boat. So that's the remote that come with the Tohatsu. So I've got my phone holder there, my VHF radio. That's just for my iPad. I've got 4 of these cabin lights for the evening, and I've also got my solar light for when I come in drunk. Like I say, I have, this boat has been, when I say totally refurbished, it's been pretty much totally refurbished, because I did, like I said in previous videos, I did want to keep this 4+2 feel to the boat. I mean, I know people that have completely changed all this, and it's something that I really want to do. It is a 4+2. It's a, for me, an iconic kind of boat. I love the shape of it. I love Shetland boats, and I didn't want to take away that 4+2 original look, so I've kind of kept the tables and the doors as much as I possibly can to give that feel of it being a Shetland 4+2. These are little things that we all identify the Shetland 4+2 by, I think. So all the seats have been totally recovered. Nightmare of a job. This new EVA flooring, pretty straightforward to go down, not a problem. So in this compartment here, if I lift the seat, I've got my 2 fuel tanks, spare fuel, and diesel for my diesel. I've got a portable diesel heater that's going to live under there, which will keep the cabin and this cockpit area nice and warm in the winter, because that's when I enjoy being out on my boat. Here I have, underneath this seat, I have all my batteries, and this here, let me just bear with me. So this compartment here is a massive void under here, loads and loads of storage. This is where the original fuel tank lived, but I've got this for now just for storage. But in here I've got a automatic bilge pump, which this boat didn't have when I got it, so that's all connected, and that will stay on at all times. And there's my shore electric, shore to boat electric there, for when it's on its berth, and if I'm lucky enough to find a Canal River Trust pontoon that has electric. So there you go. I think hopefully that gives you an idea of the work that I've done in here, and it's been a lot of work. But I have to say, I'm really happy with the way the boat has turned out. I don't think there's many things that I would change. So I've got some cushions to go on here. I mean, this, you can sleep there. That's apparently classed that as a berth, so a bunk, so you can sleep on that. And likewise, I've got a cushion that spans that area there, and you can sleep on that. Not as though I particularly want to, but grandchildren may enjoy that. I've got my swivel chair that's going to go on there. I'm not really one for sitting down whilst I'm steering a boat. I like to stand up and move around. There's the view from the that I will see as I steer this boat. So, touch wood, everything's nice and dry. I've got no leaks anywhere. Everything is okay as we speak. So there you go. So the only thing that I haven't changed that I said I was going to change is this canopy, and there's a reason for that. There's nothing wrong with this canopy other than the fact that it's probably the wrong colour for this boat, but you know, it's a good quality canopy. There's no leaks, you know, and I can make do with it. Now, a canopy for this boat is about £2,300, the one that I want, like the square canopy. And you know, I'm not sure how long I'm going. I mean, I'm quite into my yachting, and I've been doing a lot of yacht racing on the Humber, so I'm kind of, you know, I'm really heavily getting into kind of yachting and sailing, and I don't know whether that's something that I'm going to really pursue, which if I do, it means at some point I'm going to need my own sailing yacht. So I don't know how long I'm going to keep this boat. I'm undecided, and to spend 2,300 on a canopy, I'm never going to get that money back if I sell this boat. I mean, I'm never going to get my money back on this. I'll probably break even, you know, with the money that I've spent in buying it and, you know, refurbishing it and all that. So the figures will be coming up very, very shortly. You'll know exactly how much this boat has cost from beginning to end. So I'm undecided as to what I'm going to do, so I'm holding fire with the canopy. If I decide not to go down the sailing route, then I'm going to buy a new canopy. And if I really enjoy this boat, at some point I'll consider having a bigger engine put on here. So I've only got 15 horsepower on here, which is fine up and down the river, you know, the Trent and the canals and the Witham. But if you know, this boat will handle the sea on calm days, and you know, I like to think that I could cruise into Boston and go across the Wash and get into Norfolk, or go onto the Humber down into Hull and Grimsby and places like that. So, you know, I just want a bigger engine to do that. Having said that, you know, when I've been out sailing on the Humber, a lot of the guys, their yachts have 15 horsepower engines, and they cruise up and down the Humber in quite choppy weather, no problem at all. And that's without any help from the wind. That's purely on the engine. So I'm sure, you know, it would handle, on a calm day, it would handle the Humber. No reason to not believe that. But I think that, you know, if I was going to go across the Wash or onto the Humber or the North Sea or whatever, I would just want a bigger engine on this. But time will tell, I guess. So there we go. There's stay tuned for the prices, what this has cost me. In a few days, this is going to be, I've just got to pump the tyres up on the trailer, and it's going to be on its mooring in Burton Waters. I'm going to try to film that if I can. Really looking forward to now going out and enjoying this boat and having one or two adventures on it. So until the next video, safe and happy boating. Thanks for watching. Here he is in my seat again. Bloody animals. Right, so I've done some working out, and I think I've probably managed, you know, with the costings of the boat, and I've pretty much been quite accurate. I mean, there's been sort of screws that I've bought here and there and bits and pieces, which I've allowed sort of £150 for, which I haven't, you know, actually wrote down. So just to give you an idea of what this boat has cost me. So I bought the boat around Christmas time for £7,000, which, you know, I thought was a really good price. I think it was originally up for something stupid like 11 grand, or then it was reduced to 9. I tried to buy the boat for 6 grand. The guys weren't having that, so I made an offer of £7,000. I wasn't going to pay any more than that. I would like to have paid nearer the 6 grand, but you know, what do you do? I weren't going to lose it really for £1,000, because I think generally speaking the boat was fundamentally in good order, like the gel coat and the bodywork was in pretty good condition. So £7 I paid for the boat. I was happy at that. Then the marina at was it Horsham in Norfolk Broads somewhere, I can't remember, Horsham I think it was. They lifted the boat out, cleaned the hull and anti-fouled it for me, and they charged me £660 for that. The cost of all the electrics, the exchanging the engines, and the wiring of the solar panels, was £667. I think earlier I said I had non-stop hassle with the windscreen wiper, but to cut a long story short, I managed to get the motor of the original wiper going, or an auto electrician managed to get it going for me, and that cost me £70. All the work that I'd done in the cabin area, the soft furnishing, the cleaning of it, the timber, everything that you see in a previous video, the inside of the boat, the cabin area, and that includes the toilet, cost me £1,075 and 18p. All the work that I did in the cockpit area, which I showed you a little bit earlier on, that is absolutely everything. The acrylic for the dashboard, all the instruments, although it did come with the deck sounder, so I didn't have to buy that, but everything you see there, the literally everything. For the flooring, that came to, let's check my, £663 and 33p, and the external of the boat, which includes the solar panel, all the stainless steel fixings, the paint that I bought, the decal, literally everything, was £995. I didn't think the bill for the external part of the project would be as expensive as it was. I thought I'd probably be able to save money then. I expected the cabin to be around about sort of £1,000. I've just gone over budget there. The cockpit area, that's about right really, but I did think I wouldn't have spent the best part of £1,000 on the external side of it, that but new fenders and paint and undercoat, if you're going to use quality stuff, is not cheap, and that's exactly what I did, use quality paints. So like I said earlier, probably about another £150 on top of that, there or thereabouts, for bits and pieces that I've bought, soft furniture, like pillars and a quilt and quilt cover, some pots and pans, cutlery set, bits and pieces like that. So I've ended up with a grand total of £11,280 and 51p. Now, for a boat that, would I be able to buy a boat that's totally kind of like refurbished for 4+2 for that amount? No chance. You're going to buy one for that. What would it be worth if I wanted to sell it? It's just worth as much as someone wants to pay for it, isn't it, really? Boats, as we all know, are money pits. They're very easy to buy, very difficult to sell. And I suppose if I was selling that boat, I'd probably be looking around the 14.5 grand mark, something like that, which probably gives me under, I don't know, 2.5 grand in profit if I was to sell it. Literally the hours and hours and hours that I've put into it, I would have lost thousands of pounds, had I bought that boat to do it up to that standard to sell. There's no money in refurbishing boats and selling it on, but because it's for myself, and hopefully I can, you know, have a year or two of enjoyment. Whatever, you know, it's worth doing. It's a comfortable boat, it's a clean boat, it's got everything on it that I want. I can't think of anything else that I should have put on it. If you've got any suggestions, comments below, much appreciated. So I don't think there's anything else for me to buy for this boat. I mean, I am getting a diesel eater for it. It's a portable diesel eater, so it's not, I'm not just buying it for the boat, I'm buying that so if I go wild camping or whatever, I can take it with me. You know, I can use it here in the summer house in the winter, so it's a portable, and it's gonna stay portable. I've not got a fixed one, so I've not added the cost of that onto the boat, because it ain't going to be a fixed item on the boat. So all it remains for me to do is get the boat licensed and get it insured, and in the next couple of days it's going to go on its berth at Burton Malters, and I can't wait for that. And I'll endeavour to do I think someone did ask if I could do a video of actually launching it into onto the berth or into the slipway onto the water, so I'm going to try to do that. And then I think I'm going to go have a few days off work and go into Boston, which I think is about a day's cruising there, spend the night there and come back the next day, and by then I should be used to it. I'm a little bit apprehensive, as you all know, people that follow me, you know, this is all still quite new to me, and I've got a much bigger boat, so you know the anxiety levels will be up a little bit as they was before when I, you know, with my little Shetland 4+2. But you know, the more I get out on it, the more confident I'll be, and the more I'll be able to relax and enjoy the boat. So until the next video, safe and happy cruising, and I'll promise somebody that I'll endeavour to do a video of it going onto its mooring.